Hello and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. And you know where you are? Double D. How's it going?
It's going great. Happy holidays.
Mm, bah,
I mean, I agree too. I hate the holidays, but
uh,
you know what?
yeah,
I'll be
no.
festive today.
Yes, you're festive every day.
What's that
Yes,
supposed
happy
to be?
holidays. Oh, just saying. Happy holidays. Yes, happy holidays from the Raiders organization. And we have a game this Sunday going for that number one draft pick. Woo.
Oh man, it's not
Oh
the
my
Browns
God.
this time. Boo.
Yeah. So, how's your week been?
It's going great. I actually had to my primary. You did talk about healthcare again. My primary care physician got promoted, so they're no longer able to be my primary care doctor. So I had to go visit a new doctor to get set up because for some reason you can't just be like, yeah, just put me on this guy's list. You have to like physically go and see them at this hospital that I work with, whatever. So
Mhm.
long story short, I went in, they asked all the questions. I'm getting all the blood work going on, because they want to make sure I'm not dying right there on the spot. But with this hospital, their app, whatever, like there's an option, asking your sexuality. So I said I was gay. And as soon as like I did that, all of a sudden I get all like these alerts and everything, asking me to get my HIV test and to get vaccinated for the
Mhm.
monkeypox and, happy. And I'm like, whatever. So he started asking me, he's like, what do you want me to put in for an HIV test? I'm like, no, I got one earlier in the year. I've been single since then. I said, I'm good. He asked me like 3 more times if I wanted to get an HIV test. And I'm like, bruh, like,
Yeah, he wants to
like
be safe.
I'm like, you can pull up your grinder, your sniffies app. You won't see me in your location. You won't see me in your area. Not all of us, be sleeping around, be doing the doing the do. You know what I'm saying?
You a hoe when I you.
Exactly. But I get it. I get it. But at the same time, like the first time I said no, probably would have been sufficient. But I guess he was
Yeah.
just making sure. Maybe he was like looking to ask me out and want to make sure I was clean.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, to dial back, so doc doctors get promoted, huh? And can move on?
Apparently, well, yeah, she went. I mean, in a totally different department and everything than what she was in. So, I mean, that's
Oh,
why.
okay.
Plus, she was going
That's
away further. This hospital has multiple locations. She went to one that's further away, and I'm not driving all the way out there to see her regardless. So,
gotcha. Okay, interesting, yeah.
yeah.
Doctor got promoted. Oh, okay. Well, that's,
That
I'm glad
was her
glad you're,
nice way of saying she didn't want to see me anymore, basically.
exactly. 'Cause you can get checked that gay box.
Because I don't get my HIV test every month.
Exactly. Oh my god. Okay, well, did you get all your tests back? Test results and and everything?
Oh, no, no.
Are you
I mean, this literally just happened. So,
okay.
no, yeah, I
Alright.
will keep you updated
Thank you.
if I got the bubonic plague or whatever that they're testing me for.
No, what is it now? We're going into, the bird flu.
Bird flu,
Uh,
yep.
yes. Okay, so, um, let's see how my Donnie handles the bird flu pandemic.
I gotta stop licking my chickens. Eh.
Make sure you wash your chicken. Oh my god. Well, yeah, so bird flu, but for me, it's been a whirlwind of weather here in California,
Still.
and it's freezing. Honestly, I think I've told you the last time. I thought it was gonna snow.
Right,
It
right.
is like I've told you before. We've had the tsunami, we've had the tornado. I'm
Mhm.
wondering, what's coming next, but yeah, it's been the latest one has been the dense fog, and the
Ooh,
fog has been like boom. I'm
ooh.
driving and the fog is this thick.
Yeah.
And you know me, I'm a heavy foot driver, and I was going like 5 miles an hour gripping the steering wheel, white
Oh, so you
knuckling
were
it
driving
all.
like I normally do.
Yes, driving like an old man.
Right?
I had my hands on the steering wheel, the 10 and the 2, and just I'm creeping all along because
Yeah.
that fog was crazy. It was really it was kinda scary. And it's been like 30 degrees, 40 degrees here. Uh, Bundled up. I've got, I normally wear 2 2 pairs of pants, 2 2 tops and everything.
Oh
I've
man.
got 3. I'm always bundled up because I told you, I don't turn the heat on.
Right, right.
So, ever see that episode of Friends where Joey puts on Chandler's clothes, all of it, during the Thanksgiving? He comes through the door and he has every single piece of his, clothes on. That's me walking through the house. So,
I mean, that fog's no joke. I remember when I used to live out there and driving, and like you literally cannot see anything
nothing.
in front of you, and it's like, all right, please don't hit nothing. Please don't hit nothing.
Exactly, and we don't have street lights on the hills, on the
Right.
street hills, so you it's just your car lights, so oh, and speaking of car lights, because I'm a handy mechanic. I'm always fixing something. So, the headlight, for my car went out, and,
Oh.
so I had taken my car in for its regular service anyway, and I asked, the tech to change the bulb.
Mm-hmm.
And they call you back to let you know, hey, this is what's needed, or whatnot. And he tells me, oh yeah, we can change your bulb, but it'll cost you $1,500.
What?
And exactly. And I said, I'm sorry, what? And he was like, yeah, you have when we opened it up, you have a special headlight. It's not just a normal regular headlight. And I was like, "You just can't go to the O'Reillys and pick one up?"
Right.
And so, it's not the parts that is expensive. The part is expensive, but it's obviously the labor. And so, I was like, "I'm cool. Leave it there. I'll be the one-eyed bandit for a while." And he was like, "Okay." So when I went to go pick the car up and, you know, uh I got the keys, and then the tech who actually worked on my car comes around the corner. He was like, "Hey," he gave me this YouTube channel, and he's like, "Watch this YouTube channel."
Mm-hmm.
And he told me they're gonna give you a link to how to get the bulb that you need. It's not even a bulb, it's like an LED light,
Right.
okay?
Right.
And he was like, "They'll give you the link." He's like, "It's an easy process to
Right.
do." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What you tell him?" He was like, "That it's yes, it's ridiculous.
Right.
1,500." So sure enough, I go on the YouTube, watch it, order the bulb. It comes in. 30 minutes later, I'm back on the road with 2 lights.
Nice.
So yeah, I was just like, and the bulbs are like $70, and they give you two in a
Dang.
pack.
Oh, well, that's not
And
bad.
yeah, yeah. And the great thing about it, it was on the right side, so I could just yeah, I popped it out and was able to get it all in. But if it's on the left side, I have to take like the whole like top off and some weird stuff going on. So I was like, I might have to go back somewhere and get it if the other side goes out. But yeah, I put on my mechanic's gloves and did my stuff. I was so juiced. I was in the parking lot just like, yeah, look at me.
Like
Yeah, I was
flexing your
like,
muscles, like,
oh,
I'm so
exactly.
butch.
Uh-huh. My man hands all dirty and greasy.
Oh my
So
goodness.
at any rate. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get into
Yeah.
our topic of discussion and I thought I'd do a festive, holiday theme
Okay.
as we are going into the holidays, and, my boy Trump is coming back in the office, and he's picking
Yay.
his cabinet, and he has picked my, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to be his health and human, what is it, health secretary or something like that?
I don't think he even
And
knows what
so
he is.
yeah, well, the man is ripped. He's like 70 years old, and he's ripped. And, so at any rate, he is he is well, 1, remember, he was running for president as well. And so, then he endorsed, our buddy Trump, and now he's part of his cabinet. I love those perks, "Hey,
Right.
do this for you." And so he is now on this, great journey of health and fitness and making sure America is getting back on track again. That's why we are doing what we need to do to get back on. Well, so my buddy,
Make
RF,
America ripped again.
exactly, definitely. Have you seen this man do push-ups and stuff? God,
Absolutely not. I try to
okay,
avoid seeing anything he's doing, but go on.
okay. So sorry for you. Anyway, my boy is trying to ban holiday treats. Okay. It's
Oh,
like a
yeah,
ton of holiday treats that he is trying to ban now to, because they're all, filled with, fats and bad dyes and all types of stuff.
right,
Okay. So a couple of them, candy cane,
right.
the holiday staple, candy cane.
Well, why
Um,
why candy canes though? Like
because
what
it has
specifically?
artificial dyes like red and
Right.
dye number 40, and all these, fake coloring and everything that are going into your body. You shouldn't be having candy canes like that. Okay.
I like a
So
little extra color in my body.
I know you. And so we got the candy canes. We've got the gingerbread cookies. Oh, not the gumdrop buttons.
Tell me, or I'll.
No, not the buttons. Not my gumdrop buttons.
All right.
So
Oh,
the gingerbread cookies are high in what? Fructose corn syrup.
most
All
like
right.
yeah, like the store-bought ones. I'm
Yes.
assuming. Yeah.
The icing, the decorations, all that stuff. And that's why we're all fatties because we're just, eating the gingerbread cookie, right?
Sure.
And
That's
then
why I'm big. I just eat buckets of gingerbread cookies all day long.
exactly. And then we've got eggnog, which eggnog should be banned just in general, just because. I mean, what is a nog? Unless it's Martha Stewart's eggnog, then we're drinking
Ooh,
that.
yes. She puts in all the extra brandy or whatever that she puts in there.
Martha.
Like you will get messed
Ooh.
up on Martha's eggnog.
And she tells you right off the bat, this is a 1 cup drink. Martha don't be playing with her stuff. So yeah, they're trying to ban eggnog because it has artificial flavorings, and all this other thick, creamy seaweed, all types. You know what's in the eggnog? Gross. So, uh, the Yule log. What is even a Yule log?
Is that
Okay,
like a fruit cake or
it's like that cake that like a spiral looking cake.
sure.
At any rate, look it up. So the Yule log, because again, artificial flavors and colorings.
Right, right.
All right. All right. Um, peppermint bark, seasonal snack. Have you had the peppermint bark chocolate? I
Does the Ghirardelli count?
Yes.
Ugh, it's
Yes,
so
that's
good.
one. Yeah, it is. So I'm like hoping he doesn't ban that. That one really
Right?
good. And then your favorite fruit cake.
Yeah. My
But
namesake. Now,
yes,
what could he have
fruit.
against fruitcake besides it's usually dry and like a brick?
Okay, the fruit cake, because the fruit cake is like you can keep fruit cake for like years
Yeah.
and then
It's like a
open it back up.
it's like a Twinkie.
Exactly. Sodium, but all this other crap that's in it. So we're trying to get that banned because it's disgusting. But here's one that breaks my heart: the
Hmm.
holiday M&M.
Oh,
Bruh, leave the M&Ms alone.
it's that coloring. It's that red number 40.
I thought you said it's the colors.
I mean,
It is. It is. It's
that's
red
what they're
number
really
40.
trying to do, but
Exactly. Take all the browns out. It's the red number 40 and
Mhm.
number 5, yellow number 5.
Yes.
So all these, dyes and everything that you're eating. I know Skittles, totally not a holiday game, but I know they've been trying to ban Skittles because Skittles, oh my God, even though
Yeah.
it's the best candy ever, Skittles is like, I don't know, it's like they be shaving off the back of a cow to make Skittles. It's crazy. So,
Well, that's a lot of
um,
those. Like, if you look at, because when I was looking at this too, I was like, well, because a lot of this is like based off of what they're doing in other countries in Europe. Like, you have other countries that have banned already red number 40. yellow number 5, yellow
Exactly.
number 6. So I was like, I wonder what the M&Ms look like, and I pulled up a picture, and they're just a little
Mhm.
bit duller. You know, people
Oh.
that lived in America that now live in, Europe, were saying that it still tastes the same, but it's just not as vibrant. Like when I look at comments from people from other countries, they're like
Mhm.
American candy looks radioactive to to them because it's
That's so
so
funny.
bright.
Yeah, it's truth. It's like, as advanced as we are as a country, you go out of the country and into Europe and all these other places, and what they have, and you're like, wait a minute, why does this look different? Same, because they don't put all that stuff. We
Right.
do,
And they're
and they
claiming too, like, these colors, are, could lead to, I think it's like cancer,
exactly
development
everything.
issues with children. Like, I haven't seen anything where it's like definitively that that's what it does, but in Europe, they kind of have like a precautionary principle to them where, like, hey, even if there
Right.
is a chance of it, we're going to ban it kind of thing.
Yeah, which they should. I mean, it
Yeah.
is crazy,
I mean, I'm
but
all for it. Like, I don't care if
yeah.
my red M&M is toxic red. Like, I'll do like a dull red, whatever.
Okay, at this time in our lives, I'm like, give me the yellow dye. So, but yeah, these are some of the top things that people are talking about. The chocolate advent calendar. You remember those?
Ugh,
We used to
yes.
have, well, now a lot of them are toys or something in them, which is
Yeah.
great. But I like the liquor one. You ever had that one?
Yes.
We had those little tiny bottles of liquor.
There's also they make beer ones now too. It's a beer advent calendar.
Um,
But yeah, I
yeah,
mean that the chocolates in those advent calendars I used to get as a kid, like those chocolates were gross. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
gross.
It was some weird tasting chocolate. I'm like, I remember this kind.
Which I'm like, that's
And
fine. You could ban that.
exactly. Gingerbread houses. Did you ever make a gingerbread house as a
Oh
kid?
yeah. Yeah.
I didn't, but I mean, those are some. They
Would you
they
like to talk about it?
no, but people keep those gingerbread houses for a long time too.
Oh yeah.
Just like I think they put their fruitcake inside the gingerbread house and just store it away and bring it out every
Yeah.
year.
And those gingerbread houses, they're like a brick too. Like you could break your teeth eating one of those after it's been sitting out.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, here's another one that breaks my heart,
Hmm.
the cranberry sauce. Now
Oh
you
yeah.
know how I love my
Yeah.
when I was there for Thanksgiving, I was like, sauce.
We
But
forgot to get the cranberry sauce.
we forgot. Yeah. So the canned one, where it pops out and it
Hmm.
just looks like the can inside. I love that. I could just sit there with a bowl and a spoon. And
Oh yeah.
he wants
But
to
what's in
ban that
that
as well.
though? Sorry to go back to that. What's in the
It
cranberry?
again, all of this stuff is high in, fructose,
Fructose corn
corn
syrup.
syrup,
Yeah, yeah.
artificial flavorings and colors. He's looking to make things more natural. He wants more natural, tasting things, alternative tasting, and actually affordable as well too. So all this stuff has so much, that is made in it and created that obviously it makes the price go up, right? And
Well,
so
go ahead. Sorry.
no, just saying is that that's something you have to, be mindful of and watch for. So you can't have all crap in your food. That's what makes people sick all the time.
But I think taking out these things because companies aren't using these because they're expensive. Companies are using these because they're cheap and they make the products last longer. My fear is that a lot of this stuff is going to raise the prices because companies are going to have to switch what they put in. Like again, it's for the better to get more
Hmm.
natural things in there and get some of the stuff out that's not needed. But at the
Right,
same time, you know, there's communities that can't home make cranberry sauce or can't home make a lot of these things that they have to buy prepackaged
right.
because of where they live. Like, you've got grocery deserts and that. So my concern is even though like I agree with this, like
Hmm.
I'm cool with getting rid of a lot of this stuff. Like, how's this going to affect communities that kind of rely on these things because of the prices that they are?
Well, I mean, grocery prices are supposed to go down, and
I don't know if you
well,
listened to your boy Trump lately, but he's now saying they're not going to go down.
oh, he lie to us? Oh,
No,
no.
no. I wanted to bring because you
So,
brought the seaweed too, actually.
mhm, right.
Because so the seaweed, one of the things that I saw on the list was instant hot cocoa mix, which I was surprised.
Oh,
Um,
right,
because
right.
it has that carrageenan in it, which is a
Mhm.
seaweed. Um, but so apparently the seaweed, the problem with it is that they're afraid it's going to cause like digestive inflammation, especially people that have like IBS or
Right.
could turn into IBS, that
Well, I
kind
mean,
of
if
thing.
you're drinking it every single day, like, 3 to 4 times a day, maybe, who knows?
Right. In
Could
Europe, I
leak
guess
gut.
this is also in like baby formula. So Europe has banned this because they don't, they're afraid of introducing this to young children. But
Right.
I don't know if you knew this, but carrageenan is actually used in the brewing process with a lot of breweries and home brewers. So what it does is it takes like when you're making your beer
Mhm.
and your beer is full of proteins and makes it all cloudy. When they add carrageenan into it, kind of sucks up all those proteins and drops it to the bottom. So that way you have like right here, clear beer. Now there's also
Exactly.
alternatives to it, but a lot of brewers like prefer to use carrageenan. So I thought that was interesting when I saw that on this list because I have a background in beer brewing that
Yes, you do. Yes,
that
you do.
that this was a concern. So that was pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that also if we're looking into all these like the holiday stuff, thinking about um the energy drink. You know,
Oh yeah,
a lot of the energy drinks have what is it called? Para I forgot what the name of it is.
hair of the
But
dog.
it's that too. But it's like it's called something with a T. And when I was reading it could
Oh,
be, it
taurine
could
or
just
something?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now isn't that bull piss?
I don't know. Is it?
Somebody told me that, look it up. Somebody told me that.
Google it.
Google it. Google will tell you everything. Somebody told me. So, I mean, as I was just drinking one. But yeah, those kind of stuff that you read uh in things in the ingredients. If you I think that I should start reading more ingredients and stop eating, period. So, yeah. I think that sprinkles is another one
Yeah,
that is trying to get rid of. Again, that's just waxy coating, sprinkled on and everything, even though it's great.
and
You like your
colors. Yeah.
you like sprinkles on your donuts?
I mean, not really. I'm really not a sweets person to tell you the truth. So
Mm,
a lot of the stuff I'm
that's
like,
why you're so
I could.
sour.
I'm just like, I could give it or take it. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on the list, I saw like the store bought holiday pies, like pumpkin pie
Mhm.
and pecan pie. I'm like, no. I might have to start making pies by hand now.
Well, I mean, if your pies are like your mac and cheese, um, candy apples, I
Yeah.
mean, that's fine. I can do without a candy apple, except for when we go to Disneyland. That's tradition, the apple. Uh,
Spiced holiday nuts. That's another one I'm surprised about
ooh,
was the holiday nuts because
mm,
they have artificial flavorings and coatings on them. Because I was like,
just
how are
like you.
nuts bad for you? Like everyone loves a nut in their mouth, you know?
These nuts. Exactly. So it's a ton of things that are on this list that I'm like, yeah, let's take that out. But there's also other things that I'm like, wait a minute, let's kind of talk about this RFK. But
Yeah.
shortbread cookies, I love shortbread cookies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, don't get rid of the shortbreads. What could be in, fake in there? So but yeah, there's a lot of things on this list that
hmm
should be banned, and we should really definitely start being healthier because America is fat back nation. So
Right. Well, I don't think this is so much about banning these items.
mhm,
There's a
the
possibility of us
ingredients,
not having them because of the ingredients. And we can still
right?
have them, but things will have to change with the production of them is what I got from this list.
Exactly. And so I am going into 2025. Listen to teach my RF Jr. change putting in our mouth.
I, you should really, be more selective as to what you put in your mouth. Thank you.
I mean, hey, that's what I Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's what I had. I think it's great to get into the holiday season as you're thinking about all this stuff that you're going to be eating. Remember, would RFK Jr. eat this? And if not, put it to the side. Don't eat it.
All right, so this is the same guy that is all for cooking roadkill and that. So, are you okay with roadkill?
I mean, there's certain roadkill, yeah.
Uh,
hmm Possum is good. Tastes like chicken. Let's jump on into some advice question.
yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So, I
Yeah,
thought
what you
we stay with a little bit of the holiday theme with our questions today. So, as always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should not be taken seriously. But
got?
what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for 1 night, and if you've ever been to Castro, 2 for 1 night can really and truly be an experience. And in that
Especially at
experience,
Christmas.
yes, and in that experience, we almost got kidnapped by a man in a van, a white van.
Wasn't he dressed like Santa Claus too?
He was, and he was like, "I have candy canes with yellow number 5." So
I got the
we
good candy. It's got all
I
the
got
dyes
that
in it.
good candy. Exactly. So we survived that. So we are qualified to guide you life's challenge. Go ahead and hit me with it.
All right. So today we are pulling our questions from Reddit's advice category. If you'd like for us to answer your request for advice, please DM us on our socials or comment. Maybe your question will appear in our next episode.
Slide in that DM.
So the first one is titled "My Family Loves My Ex and Keep Inviting Her to Family Get-togethers." All right. So they go on to say, "My ex and I
Already.
dated for 5 years. My family adored her, and it was assumed that we would be getting married soon. About a year ago, she broke up with me out of nowhere, saying that I was not man enough for her."
Mm.
Wasn't that a Tony Braxton song?
I was about to say the same thing.
He wasn't man enough for me.
For me.
After months of therapy, I started dating somebody new. Now, during my therapy months, my family had already invited her to certain events. My family asked me if she could still come, and because I still wanted her back, I said yes. As soon as I started to date someone new and my ex had attended her last invited event, I thought that was the end of it. Today, I found out my family invited my ex to Thanksgiving and Christmas. I thought it was a joke, but no, they love having her around. So I put a stern warning that if she was invited, I would not be attending. I restated what my therapist told me, saying that this was unhealthy for me and was violating my boundaries. My family does not care. They love her. She doesn't have much family and they want her included. My current girlfriend is obviously furious too. Every family member, including my mom and grandmother, are saying I need to treat it as if she were a friend and grow up. I don't know what to do. Any advice?
Do it like we do. Dump the family.
Yep.
uh, Clearly, they would rather have her around. And then take a look at yourself, bro. Why don't they love you?
What did you do to
But
your family?
exactly. Oh man, you don't have to deal with that. If they're gonna invite your ex to events, you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to go. You and your girlfriend can go make holiday plans somewhere else. Go to her place. If she doesn't have any, you guys make Christmas and Thanksgiving and every holiday together and that build that relationship. Your family, they're yes, you love and want to be with your family and everything, but at the end of the day, you want to go be with the person that you love and are, in this relationship with and you're trying to build a relationship with. Why would you why would they have this girl at the house? Okay?
Right.
So let them have her at the house. You won't be there. Don't go and don't continue as your therapist. I'm telling you, don't continue this bad behavior and let them do that. All right. Break the cycle and move on with your life and start again. Okay. Maybe if you break up with your family, they'll start inviting you again.
Oh yeah, because now you're the ex.
Now you're the ex, so they'll invite you and tell her that she's got to go. But no, plain and simple, break up, leave the family. Period. End of story. You know me, I'll cut you off real
I mean, I
quick.
think I think why not do the same? Like, look up your family members' exes and invite them over for Thanksgiving and Christmas. and just say
Exactly.
it's the same. But
Okay.
dig up grandma's boyfriend from 1942, Officer Jack or whatever his name was from the Titanic. You know,
Exactly. Remember him?
you thought he drowned
Yeah.
in the ocean. Nope, he was still alive.
Surprise. Right. Yeah, that's pretty jacked up of family to keep inviting her to stuff.
I could see if like him and the ex were still friends. Like, I've seen that dynamic in family events too. But obviously, if your son is saying that he's not comfortable with this anymore, like you should side with him. But
Yeah.
I
And he
mean,
was fine before he didn't have anybody, he said, and because he wanted to get back with her.
right.
But now that he has found somebody, respect his wishes. But again, we like Jenny. We're going to keep inviting her. Okay. You
We
can
don't
have
think you're
Jenny.
man enough for us either.
He wasn't man enough for me.
Oh, Tony. All right. Now, next one is titled Blackout Drunk at the Work Party.
Mm,
Yep. Who
there you
hasn't
go.
been there?
It's lonely at the top, mister.
Ugh, yeah. So they go on to ask, hey guys, I, a 23-year-old female, got absolutely blackout drunk at my Christmas work party yesterday. I work as a registered nurse at a small practice and had a Christmas party yesterday. I'm not feeling well at the moment and have no appetite, so I stupidly drank way too much on an empty stomach. I have
Oh,
no, yeah, that'll get you. I have no clue what I was rambling on about to my colleagues, including the doctors, and so scared that I had said something embarrassing. To top it all off, the alcohol caught up with me, which made me bang my head hard in the bathroom, and I was vomiting absolutely everywhere. I don't drink often at all and definitely got too carried away. How do I face my colleagues at work tomorrow? I want to crawl
you
in a
don't.
hole and die, and the anxiety is really bad. Also, if anyone has done this at a work party, please share your stories and make me feel better.
Well, remember that work party we had,
Oh,
and you had to you had to take me home.
oh yeah.
I feel so safe with you.
But that
um,
that was an instance where it worked out well. I mean, look, we're still friends today.
exactly. And mind you, that was like a first time ever going out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so the thing about now is as we've grown up and gotten older and somewhat matured, we don't do that anymore. You
Right.
know not to.
Right.
You know not to. I don't drink at any holiday party. Because again, people talk and they come right back. Oh my gosh, she was dancing on the tabletops.
Hmm.
They tell everything.
Yep.
And obviously, if you're, in leadership, it's not a good look. But when we were younger, it was fun to do. We were just associates. Who cares?
Right.
But now that you're, where you are, and she's a nurse, registered nurse, she should know how to take care of herself and do stuff. But clearly not. I mean, who drinks on an empty stomach? We are always making sure that we throw a big burrito in our stomach before before a night of drinking.
Or
But
what we do, wasn't there like a pizza shop right by the bar too that we'd stop at
mhm.
in between
We stop, yep, in
in between
between
the buy one get one?
exactly, and grab a slice of pizza and keep it going. And we
Uh,
brought that pizza to work the next day for our friend who was always in receiving.
so he said.
So he said. But yeah, no, I mean, again, she's young, sounds like she's young. She's, learning, and she was probably nervous, and that's what most people do. But again, as you start to get older and, you don't do that. Don't go get blackout drunk at the holiday party because the conversations the next day are not good. But hey, good for you. Hopefully her head is okay. I mean, I think I fell down the stairs one time drunk. I think that was just on a Tuesday. I don't know.
Well, this reminds me of, and I don't think we were working together at this time, but there
Mhm.
was another holiday party for the same company, and we were out with like our higher ups, and it was kind of like backwards because the higher ups were the ones that got blackout drunk. So it was kind
Mm.
of like babysitting the people that were in charge of you at one point.
Like your parents?
Yeah. People getting
Okay.
lost. All of a sudden, you're getting phone calls. Where you at? It's like, oop, left my boss at the bar. Oops.
Okay, exactly.
But I mean, in that
And,
instance, like it's kind of like what you were saying, but the opposite. At least, like I could be like, well, at least I was a good example in this case. But
exactly.
and it just so
Yeah.
happened to be the last Christmas party that they threw outside of the typical
That's
pizza
usually
and
how it
donuts party.
happens.
Yep.
That's usually how somebody messes it up for everybody, and now all of a sudden, no more holiday parties.
Yep.
Exactly.
With
Or
with this story though, I actually like they actually gave us an update. So they wanted to say in the update, well, I went to work today and everything went better than expected. Everyone kept laughing at what happened. My manager said it was a good team bonding experience and absolutely no harm done. I gave away thank you presents to those who helped me, and everyone is asking when we're all going to go out again because it was apparently lots of fun.
that's good time, Betty.
Right? Now that's all she's going to be known about.
Exactly.
Oh,
No.
Betty's that crazy one. Let's take her out again. Let's see what she does this time. And then the next time she's
Yeah.
going to be all reserved, like, oh.
And they were like, "Oh, no fun." Well, good for her. And that was a good little thing to, get thank you gifts and just
Yeah, that's
acknowledge
more
it.
than what I
That's
ever would have did.
exactly. I'm just like, thanks. But no, to acknowledge it that, hey, I went a little overboard,
Hmm.
And so it's good that they made her feel comfortable the next day. But yeah, don't do it again
Yeah.
because then you're gonna be in the doctor's office for a different reason.
Right.
Exactly. Don't do it anymore. So, well, that's
Well,
good. That's good. Anything else you got?
no, that's all I had for this holiday season since this episode's gonna be
Okay.
coming out right before Christmas. So,
Exactly.
want
All
to
right.
again wish everyone happy holidays. Thank you again for listening.
Happy holidays.
I keep thinking about Patti LaBelle at the tree lighting ceremony. Did you see that video where her backup singers weren't there?
Where's my backup singers?
Yes, these are the wrong cue cards. This Chris. That song has been
Yes,
in my head
no.
all day because I watched that video
Okay.
today.
She was mad.
That's a little off topic, but
Uh,
that's it's been in my head all day today.
always on topic. All right, good
uh,
stuff.
but yeah,
Well,
thank you
you
again.
enjoy.
Please
Yeah.
like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff. And thank you for
Yes.
listening because this is episode number 20 now. So can you
Ooh,
believe
look
we've
at
done
us.
20 of these?
That's nice. Okay. Great stuff. Well, thank you so very much, and you enjoy the holidays.
You
Stay
too.
warm out there and safe. To everyone, happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.